Hi, so this is episode 1 of my new series, Drugstore versus high-end makeup products, and it's going to be focusing on makeup for your face. So I will be talking about primers, concealers, foundations, blushes and powders. And basically it's here to show you good quality drugstore makeup products that are virtually the same as high-end makeup products but cost a lot less, meaning that you don't have to go out there and spend an absolute fortune on getting good quality makeup products. I am going to be including some price tags just so that you can see the difference in the price. Of course, you probably could get them a lot cheaper on eBay or Amazon or any other discount websites, but I'm just talking to you about the price that they are being sold at in the shops. So if you can find it cheaper, then great. And it is also going to be an approximation, because in this video I might mention more than one product and I'm not going to put every single price up, so I'll just take an average and then give you the average. So without further ado, let's go. Now the first thing I want to talk to you about is primers. Now Estee Lauder, Illamasqua, Urban Decay, they all have great primers, but they also cost an absolute fortune. So one of my favourites is the Rimmel London Fix and Perfect Pro, which looks like that, and it's an absolutely fantastic primer. It does everything that it says that it wants to do. Another primer that I really like, which I don't have on me because I've left it at home, is the number 7, I think it's called Complexion Primer, and it's actually a tinted primer. It's green, so that's to cancel out any redness, which is great for me because I have a lot of redness in my cheeks. So I will use that if I want a kind of nude looking face, if that makes any sense. If you are looking for a good tinted moisturiser, as far as I know, one of the higher end ones that I hear a lot about is the Saint Tropez one. In terms of my favourite, it is the e.l.f. Tinted Moisturiser, which is like that, and I think it's like £1.50. I mean, what's £1.50? The only downfall to this, I would say, is that it can leave your skin kind of dry, so just apply lots and lots of moisturiser before, and that just solves the problem. In terms of foundation, there are lots of different things you can do. So you have mousses, liquid, powder, all sorts. So in terms of mousses, my favourite always will be the Dream Matte Mousse, and my shade is 026 Honey Beige, but it's the L'Oreal Paris True Match. Now these True Match foundations are fantastic because they have shades that match anybody's skin colour and anybody's complexion. One of the ones that I've been using at this moment is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 25 Hour Foundation, and my shade is 400 Natural Beige, and this is also great. It has fantastic coverage. I was amazed. I mean, I am a huge fan of number 7 makeup products, so I have the number 7 Stay Perfect Compact Foundation, which looks like this, and you just twist it, whoop, and the pad falls out. It's got a little mirror with it, which I'm just going to cover up, and then you just pull it out and there it is. Now, another number 7 product that I have but don't have with me is their mineral foundation, which is also in the shade 15 Buff, which comes in a box like this, I suppose, and you just tap it out and you can pick it up, and it has the little sieve in it. It's also great. Foundations. Next I want to talk to you about concealer. Now one of the best concealers, illuminators out there is by far the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Éclat, and L'Oreal actually has an exact replica which is called the L'Oreal Paris Touche Magique, and it even looks the same. It has the brush thing. You'll have to excuse the frilly bits. I don't use the brush because this brush is actually a lot harder than you would want it to be, but then again I don't really use a brush to apply it, and it's virtually the same. Now if you trace back L'Oreal and Yves Saint Laurent products, you will find a common denominator. Like, by that I mean you will find something that both of them have in common in terms of their production, their formula recipes or whatever. So L'Oreal and Yves Saint Laurent have immense similarities. So this is definitely one to go. Oh, and to get the product out, instead of clicking it, you just have to twist it and the product will come out, which is great. Another concealer which I absolutely love is the Rimmel London Recover Anti-Fatigue Concealer, which comes in a little tube like this, and this has an applicator with it, so you just kind of, you know, draw on or dot on, however way, you know, whichever way you apply your concealer. But my favourite, my absolute favourite, is the No. 7 Instant Radiance Concealer, which is also very, very similar to the Touche Eclat, because you have the little brush and you have a little clicker at the end. My shade is shade number 3. I mean, it's kind of worn out now, but that's the only downfall to the No. 7, that they only have 3 shades, 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. So if you find your shade, excellent. If you don't, then I'm sorry. Powders, I only use 2 types of powders on my face, but if I had to, then I would use the No. 7 Perfect Light Loose Powder, and it comes in a little compact, well, little box. It's not really a compact, and you just twist it up and you get a little pad with it, and then you just screw it up and you get a little protective paper with it, and it kind of has the sieve again, and you just squeeze some out and then you would pat it. I've had this for ages now. I would say I've had it for near enough 2 or 3 years, and I'm not even halfway through, so that just goes to show that I don't really wear powder a lot. I would wear it if I'm going out and I know that I'm going to dance and sweat my makeup off, so I would want to set and seal everything. One of the more commonly used powders that I would use is the e.l.f. High Definition Powder, which is actually a translucent powder, meaning that it is colourless. And I'm just going to show you. You get a little pad with it as well, and then you have the sieve, and then you just see, so it's actually a translucent powder. I am a bronzer fanatic. I love bronzers, and my favourite bronzer is by Sunkissed. Now Sunkissed has 2 different types. They have like the baked bronzer, which I used to have, but they are just, how do I explain it? You end up getting too much on your brush. Even if you use a brush with the white tips that is made to carry less product, you always end up getting too much. So I have stuck to bronzing pels, and that is like my new love, bronzing pels. And these are by Sunkissed, and I love Sunkissed bronzing products. They do like a bronzing whip as well, and it's like a foamy cream. I do have it somewhere. But basically they give you a little cushion, and then you have your pels, and they're all like different coloured, and you just like swirl your brush around and you pick up all these different pigments and different colours, and it has like a slight shimmer to it as well, but it's not too shimmery. Like the baked bronzers often have a lot of shimmer and you can actually see the glitter on your face. These don't really have any glitter in it, but they have the slightest shimmer. It's really, really beautiful. Yeah, for blush, my favourite one will be the Dream Touch blush. It always will be, by Maybelline. It came out at the same time that they took out the Dream Matte Mousse, and this is in the shade 06. I thought it had a colour, it had a name. No, it's just shade 06, which is a really nice bright pink. Another blush which I absolutely love but don't have with me because my aunt in India stole it, is the Sleek blush, and it's actually a powder blush, and you can get it in lots of different colours. I actually had it in coral, which is a very, very nice dark reddy type colour, but it's not too dark so it doesn't look fake. It looks like you have a natural kind of pinky glow in your cheek. That concludes the first episode of Drugstore versus High End, and I hope you found it useful. If you would like a more detailed review of some of these products, or you guys want me to use any specific products in a makeup look, leave me a comment below, tweet me, leave me a message on Facebook, and I'll try my best to get back to you. Stay tuned for next week's episode, which is going to be about eyes. Have a great Saturday. I love you all. Bye.